Most people think working in retirement makes good financial sense because you get more income, more flexibility, and more security. But be aware that earning a little bit more than about $20,000 could actually cause you to lose some of your Social Security benefits, pay higher taxes, and create a retirement income problem that maybe you never saw coming. What's even more frustrating is that many retirees don't realize it's happening until after they've already claimed their benefits. So, in this video, I'd like to walk you through the hidden potential cost of working while collecting Social Security benefits. These are the rules that almost nobody explains clearly on the front end. And this is about how to make sure your part time income or your continued working income actually improves your retirement instead of working against it. Hi, I'm Chris Knight with Cornerstone Wealth Planning, and this is what we help folks do each and every day. As you're approaching retirement, trying to connect Social Security, taxes, investment, healthcare planning, estate, and your retirement income all into one coordinated strategy. So at any point during this video, you'd like help evaluating how working income still fits into your overall retirement plan while taking Social Security, then there's a link in the description where you can schedule a free call with our team. So let's begin looking at hidden cost number one. So this is the Social Security earnings test. Now this one is probably the biggest surprise because many people believe that once they start Social Security, they can earn whatever they would like from work without consequences. Well, if you've reached your full retirement age and the year after that, that's generally correct. But if you're collecting benefits before your full retirement age, then there are some limits to be aware of. So for 2026, if you're under full retirement age for the entire year, then Social Security will withhold about $1 of benefits for every $2 that you earn over the earnings limit. And that's, again, a little bit more than about $20,000 is what you're able to earn without that penalty. So think about what that really means. You go back to work expecting some extra income, and part of your Social Security check starts to disappear. Now, the money lost isn't permanently lost in a sense, and a lot of people hear withheld and immediately panic, but the Social Security Administration will later recalculate your benefit and may increase your benefit based on these higher earnings or continued earnings that you had during this period. But with that said, it can still create real problems from a cash flow perspective. You expect one amount, but could receive something very different. And that difference can impact your entire retirement income plan in ways that you simply did not anticipate. So that's why claiming benefits and working should never be treated as separate decisions. These are interconnected and should be examined in that way. And now here's where things can also get even more interesting. So let's look at hidden cost number two, when taxes start showing up. Many retirees get blindsided by this one. Let's say you work part-time and it doesn't trigger much benefit withholding because the income's fairly low. Well, problem solved, right? No, not necessarily, because now we have to talk about taxes and how they change with Social Security. Now, a lot of retirees assume that Social Security income is purely tax-free. And sometimes it is on the state level, but oftentimes it may not be on the federal level. Now, the amount of your Social Security that becomes taxable depends on your overall income. And this would include things like wages from this part-time work, your pension income, retirement account withdrawals from non-Roth IRA accounts, investment income being generated, and some of the Social Security itself. So when your income rises, more of your Social Security benefit can become taxable. Now, in some cases, if your income is high enough, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit may be subject to federal taxation. Now, to be clear, this is not an 85% tax bracket or tax rate. This means that 85% of your benefit is becoming into your tax return as taxable income being taxed at your last marginal rate. Now, it's a significant distinction and it's still a cost that most retirees overlook. Let's just say you earn $20,000 doing a consulting role in retirement after you've started your Social Security benefits. Now, that income may now trigger these taxes on Social Security benefits previously that weren't taxable without this extra income. So suddenly this net benefit of working may not quite be as large as you expected. Now, this is why retirement planning isn't just about maximizing income. It's about maximizing after-tax income. The retirees who understand that tend to keep far more money in their pocket because they're looking at this decision interconnected with all sorts of different variables, looking at this all together. So hidden costs, number 3, is understanding that it can disrupt your retirement income strategy. So let's talk about something that most financial discussions may skip over entirely. So we need to understand our retirement income gap. So one of the first things that we help clients calculate is the difference between what's coming in and what's going out. Now that gap is what your investments need to fill, the overall annual income gap. Quick example, let's say your annual spending is about $90,000 for the year. Your Social Security is your guaranteed income source that is providing $40,000. And also you have a pension that adds another $20,000 per year. So it's $60,000 between the social and the pension. That leaves a gap of $30,000 that your portfolio will need to allow you to cover by withdrawals and income and appreciation. Well, simple enough, right? But when part-time work enters the picture, the answer depends entirely on your situation. Sometimes working is genuinely valuable because it reduces these portfolio withdrawals, it lowers your overall withdrawal rate, and it gives your investments more time to grow. But sometimes, retirees make a costly mistake by earning income while still taking the same withdrawals from their accounts anyways. Now, if we look at this on the whole, what's occurring on the tax return is that now they're generating more taxable income than perhaps they really need to live off of, which could potentially increase their tax bill, affect their Medicare premiums down the road, and simply create inefficiencies throughout the plan that compound over time. So working more isn't always the correct idea and goal, but improving the overall retirement picture is the key to look at. And that requires coordination of all the many variables that we've already talked about. So the real question often isn't, can I work while collecting Social Security? Perhaps it's, should I work while collecting Social Security? And sometimes the answer is a resounding yes. It makes complete sense. Maybe you enjoy the work. Maybe you want the social interaction. Maybe it meaningfully improves your financial flexibility. But at other times, it may make more sense to just delay your benefits, adjust your withdrawals elsewhere, or coordinate your income differently. And the right answer depends on the entire household picture as well, not just one decision for one person in isolation. And this is where a lot of do-it-yourself retirement plans can fall short because people only optimize for one part of their picture instead of the entire system. But keep in mind, Social Security decisions will affect your taxes affect your withdrawals, and your withdrawals affect long-term portfolio sustainability. And when you optimize the system instead of individual decisions, the results are dramatically different. So our process starts by helping clients build a clear picture of what they own, what they owe, what their income is that's coming in guaranteed, and what the expenses are going out. And what the income gap then looks like and how to put all these moving pieces to be fit together. And knowing how the pieces connect means a confident retirement that you can count on. So if you're thinking about claiming Social Security while continuing to work, or if you're already doing both and would like a second opinion on your overall strategy and if it's working as efficiently as it could be, I invite you to click the link in the description where you can schedule a free call with our team. At Cornerstone Wealth Planning, we help clients coordinate all these various areas: Social Security, tax planning, retirement income planning, your healthcare decisions, and your investment strategy into one integrated plan. Because working in retirement can absolutely be a great thing, but you have to make sure that the income is working with your overall coordinated and integrated retirement plan. You need to make sure it's not quietly creating problems that you were not expecting. This is what we help clients do each and every day, and welcome to schedule the call if it'll be beneficial for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.